Hi everyone, it's Donna here, and I am coming on today to show you what I got at the big antique fair that I did get to go to this past weekend. It was freezing cold in the morning, but I braved it, and I'm here to show you some of the awesome things that I found that I'm going to be sharing in future videos. Lots of linen and some old paper, antique paper that I got. Uh, this here is a dress of some sort, and I just love the fabric. I got it for the fabric and the mother of pearl buttons that are on it, and it has some pretty trim. There's some stains, a little bit of staining on it, so I'll probably coffee stain this and then cut it up into pieces to sell to offer in some of my bundles. So that was a good find. This is a tablecloth that's actually in pretty good condition. I don't think I saw anything wrong with it. It has the beautiful white work on it with some cut work and a pretty filet trim all the way around it. So that's going to go into pieces of this will go into some bundles. Found a crochet, they say it's a bedspread or tablecloth. There is a little bit of staining on this, but it's not too bad. And here are the doilies that are on this one. So those are going to go, this is going to get cut up and go into bundles. It's a nice big tablecloth too. See, there's a stain there. And this is a Quaker lace. I believe it's a Quaker lace tablecloth. It looks like Quaker lace, although it doesn't have the picos around the edge. But I don't think they all have those little loops, the picos. It's a nice, pretty tablecloth. I think it's in pretty good condition, nice and soft. So that will go into some bundles as well. Has a nice overall pattern to it. And my favorite, oh, this is Collage Gold. I saw these in a big bin of linens, and I grabbed them right away. They are antique curtain panels. They are very tattered. They're stained. They're falling apart in some places, but got this beautiful pattern on it. You can see the netting has some stains, some holes in it, but it's got big pieces of that wonderful netting that I love to use in my collages. So I will definitely be sharing pieces from these. There's two of them. So, and it's so beautiful. I tried to figure out how this is attached. This is linen in the middle of this, and then some stitching, and then you've got the net, and I can't figure out how it's attached. I don't see any, well, yeah, I guess I do see some stitches. Well, I don't know. Anyway, it'll get cut up into pieces in some fashion. I haven't decided how yet. So that was my favorite find of the whole thing, I think. Now there's I found some smaller linens. I've got a whole set of these napkins that are linen with some embroidery on them, and I think this is tatting, crochet or I believe it's tatting along the edge. So I got a whole set of those. There's this piece here that can be cut up. There's a hanky with some pretty lace along the edge, very delicate lace. Bunch of little pieces of crochet and some, that's a butterfly. Little small doilies. delicate ones. And that one's really pretty. It's like needle lace. Got that one. Some bigger ones. I think most of these came from the same vendor. This place was huge. That one's got a bit of staining on it, but it's got a really pretty embroidered design and a scalloped edge. And some crochet. This would make good pages in a journal or on a cover of a journal. Another one there. And then a small runner that has tatting along the edge. A pretty tatted edge on it. And then some of my favorite bumpy lace. This was obviously cut from something. Somebody started to cut it up. Oh, a little piece of lace. And then a few bits of laces that are going to go into my lace bin for grab bags. The grab bags that I put together. This one's kind of neat. It's got brown and cream. Quite a bit of that. Then I love this one. I love this kind of eyelet lace. So a few bits of lace, and then the paper bits that I got. This little booklet is from 1911. Helpful hints in English. It's got some little bit of advertising in it. I like the size of the pages, so these pages will be going into my journals, and maybe a few paper packs possibly. And then I've got a bunch of these report cards, and they're in a nice envelope, and they are from, most of them are from the 30s and 40s. One of them was from the 50s. And this is for Arlene Sproul. There's two in this one. Most of them just have one card. And there's a bigger size. Still from Arlene. She was a pretty good student. Well, she got 80s and 90s. This one actually had some color on it. Tuscarawas County Schools. I don't know where that is. 1936, 1937. Very tattered, very old. Nope, she didn't do so good this year. Mostly 70s and 80s. There's a few 90s. So I got a bunch of those, and I actually found a ledger. It's not a very it's not a very big ledger. I'm not sure when it's from. There is a postal guide inside the cover, and a first class stamp was 5 cents then, and I looked that up, so it could be from the early 60s, but it has really nice handwriting. It's not complete. The first 14 pages are missing, but it has really nice handwriting, and I started reading it the other night, and it's kind of a documentation of little scientific experiments. So I don't know what that was from, but the first few pages are all written in, and then the last half of the book is all blank pages, which I love as well. I've been looking for some blank ledger pages. So that was a nice find. And then at one vendor I've gotten things from this vendor before. They have wonderful antique papers and documents and postcards and all of that. I've got some antique letters. This one is a love letter. I read this one last night. It's for My Dearest Little Girlie, and it's from Your Lover George. And they were in, Stella is the woman, and she was in Missouri, and then her lover, George, was in Los Angeles. It was very interesting because he talks about how the city was growing and the size of the buildings that are there now. So some of these are from the 40s. This love letters from 1905. It was really pretty handwriting. George had very pretty handwriting. Some are from the 40s, some are from the 20s. There's a few from the late 1800s. All of these are, oh, sorry for the glare, pretty blue paper. This one's from 1850. So I'm going to scan most of these and then include the originals in my journals. I like to put originals in my journals. So that was my find. Those are all my finds from this past weekend at the antique fair. There is another one next month. I don't know if I'll be able to go to that one, but I'm glad I actually did get to go to this one, because the last one in November I wasn't able to make it. So thanks for watching. Be looking for all of this stuff that I just purchased to be offered in upcoming videos in the near future. I have no idea what I'm doing this coming weekend. Maybe some of this. I'm not sure. I still need to get stuff together. But thanks for watching, and bye for now.